Okay, Virgos, the overall energy of your reading is the Queen of Swords. This is Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Air energy might be in your chart or might be around this reading someplace in somebody else's chart. But the energy here of the Queen of Swords, male or female, is about speaking the truth, asking the truth through conversation. So this surrounds the entire reading. Up here in your highest energy, the Knight of Wands. There's some kind of, someone runs in and out of your life here. There's kind of flighty. It could be a friends with benefits type situation. But whoever it is, you're going to seek the truth. You're going to have this honest and truthful conversation with whoever it is that seems to come and go in your life. That staff could be a staff of passion. Next to the Knight of Wands is the Nine of Pentacles. This is your energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This is up here in your highest energy. Well, you are very self-confident. You're secure in yourself. You're stable. And so this is your energy right here. This is who you are. And so you need this truth and clarity because this Knight of Wands isn't really cutting it for you. You want to maintain your power, and that is exactly what you're going to do. I got the Justice card right next to the Nine of Pentacles. This is the card for Libra. Libra might be strong in your chart or around this reading. So remember the Queen of Swords, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius can be an energy around this reading. And now we have Libra. So the Justice card is about getting balance or staying balanced. You are a very grounded person. You are very balanced in your nature. But your sword is up now. And you're trying to protect that balance that you have naturally in your life. And it's all because of the Knight of Wands energy here. I have the Knight of Cups under the Knight of Wands. So the truth is one of the things that you need to know is, are they sincere? Do they really have a cup of love for you that has room for love? So when they run in and out of your life, do they have feelings? And is this love of some sort? So you're going to get to the bottom of it. Next to the Queen of Swords is the Star. This is the card for Aquarius, another air sign. So Aquarius might be strong in your chart or strong in somebody else's chart around this reading. But there's some healing here that needs to take place. And in order for you to get your healing, stay balanced, stay true to who you are, you have to have this conversation with whoever's running in and out of your life. So you see your own reflection in that pool of water. You know who you are. You know who you want to be. And it's very spiritual here with the Star card. There's a lot of healing going on. And you may have already healed from an energy like this energy. If not, you just know what you're heading for because you're smart. I can see that, and you're inquisitive, and you're going to find out. You're going to get to the bottom of what's going on here. There will, it looks like in order to either you're going to prevent this healing or it's part of your healing about this energy of the Knight of Wands. Under the Knight of Cups, exactly what I was saying, is the Seven of Cups. Now, this is part of the truth and clarity that you need. Is there love here? When they run in and out of your life, is this a sincere cup of love that they bring with them? Because there's a lot, the Seven of Cups all has something else in them. And these are like poor choices in love because there's not enough room for love in these cups. So that's what part of your question is this a sincere cup of love when you come running into my life? Next to the Seven of Cups is the Two of Cups. So this is part of this truthful and honest and clear conversation that you need to have with whoever it is that runs in and out of your life, besides asking them if there's truly love. Is this a friends with benefits relationship? This is the Two of Cups. These are friends first, then love, and soulmates. So they are soulmate. It doesn't mean you have to be with them, but because we all have lots of soulmates. So that you have known them in another lifetime. That's the connection that you feel. But is this a friends of benefits relationship? Is that how they're seeing it? You probably wouldn't even have these questions if they didn't run in and out like they do. So you're going to get the truth. You're going to seek the truth. You're going to get the clarity. Under the star card, the healing card, and next to the Two of Cups, this cups of friends and love, it's a soulmate card, is the Eight of Pentacles. This is about focusing and working on the relationship. This is part of what you need to know. See, your natural nature is to be grounded. Your natural nature is to be secure and stable, and they're just kind of throwing it off. So it's really hard for you to keep balance with just this card here. So your sword is up. Your sword is up. And you need to know if they're willing to work on this relationship or focus on this relationship at all. Because it's in your natural place of your natural being to focus and to work on something that you care about, and you really do care about them. Let's take out more cards. Let's see where this might be going here. For Virgo's universe, what else do they need to know? Virgos. Here's all that conversation. Okay. So up here in your highest energy, Virgos, is the Eight of Wands. Staying balanced, have your sword up. You're going to have that truthful and honest conversation. It's not only going to be face-to-face, like the next time they come running in, but it's going to continue. And it's going to be through text or phone calls, emails, something like that. But it's going to be back and forth. It's right next to the King of Cups. This is water energy. So that would be Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Might be strong in your chart or in someone else's chart around this reading. But it is about the holding back of the cup of love here. So I feel like there's a giant cup too. The energy, male or female, this is up on your highest energy line. I feel like you are pulling back. I feel like you are pulling back this cup of love because you need answers to what is going on here. But you still have the love. You still love this person. You do. You have a big cup of love for them. Next to the King of Cups is the Three of Wands. So looking out there, you're wondering, is this your ship? Are they your ship? Or is your ship still out there somewheres? So this is where this conversation is leading you and taking you, because you have to stay grounded. And so pulling back this cup of love, getting the answers that you need to get out of this relationship in order to know whether or not to keep looking for your ship to come in or whether or not this might be your ship. You need to know, okay? The waiting, watching, and wondering card. Holding on to that staff of new beginnings. So, here we go. It's like the hard questions are being asked. You're a very honest and straightforward type person, and it looks like they're going to accommodate you and return your, they're going to answer your questions the best they can. Next to the star card over here, under all this conversation, it's like every time they leave, you feel abandoned. You feel rejected, ghosted even, and they might even do that, just disappear on you. This is a very spiritual card, this loneliness. It's next to a church. These people are next to a church in the cold, left out in the cold. Church doors, when they made these cards, were always open, so they can go into the church for warmth and security. So there's always hope, to feel better. And that's what happens, though. And that's going to come up in your conversation. Now, every time they leave, it makes you feel this way, the Five of Pentacles. So you have to heal every single time. You have to come back to being yourself. You go through this period of, mourning until they come back. Next to the Five of Pentacles is the Two of Swords. So this is under that King of Cups. So pulling back that cup of love, you're kind of like, you're blindfolded, so you're not seeing what's right out in front of you. You're protecting your heart, and your swords are up. So your guard is up, you're protecting your heart, and you're not really wanting to deal with this situation. But you're faced with this fact, and it's right next to I should point out, the Eight of Swords. That's the same difference. Blindfolded, you're bound here. You have all these swords of truth and clarity behind you, but you can't see them. So this is an illusion, this Eight of Swords. Really trying not to have to deal with this or bring it up, but there's no way that you can just keep going on this way. So that's why it's brought up. That's why you seek your truth and your clarity, because you can't just stay in this energy of trying to ignore it. So under the Five of Pentacles is the Nine of Wands. You've reached your wit's end. You just came to this place where you had enough. There they go again. There they go again. I'm going through this again, and I've got to get to the bottom of this. What the heck is going on? What is this relationship? Is it friends with benefits in their mind? Do they have love for you? There's all kinds of questions now that you need to answer, because this is how they leave you feeling. You're always healing over it. So, being at your wit's end, it's a burden, this relationship. It's more of a burden than it is not. And you're trying not to deal with it because it's such a nice relationship when they come in, having Two of Cups here. You're really friends. You can talk about anything. But next to this Nine of Wands is a Judgment card, and under that Two of Swords, you came to this point where it's like finally letting your swords down. You're going to seek the truth and the clarity here. You came to your wit's end over how it makes you feel. And this is part of your spiritual lesson. Your guardian angels and spirit guides have been blowing that horn down on you. They're like, you've got to learn this lesson. This lesson is how to keep this Knight of Wands type energy from coming in and making you feel this way, the Five of Pentacles, over and over. So it takes, to me, what it seems like, even though you are very secure and stable, self-assured, and everything like this Knight of Pentacles is turning your world upside down. Or this Knight of Wands is turning your world upside down. So the Judgment card is it's a spiritual lesson, and I think it's on how to protect yourself from this energy, how to stay in your power, not having to heal over and over, and to let another energy come in and flip your world around. So, the strength of the Nine of Pentacles that you already have will get even stronger. And it's how to maintain that strength too, Virgos. You just can't let somebody walk all over you. And that's what it feels like is happening here when you have to go through all these emotions off and on all the time. So there is definitely a spiritual lesson here you are learning. And what's coming out of it here, because you are going to, this is just a card of illusion. The feet aren't bound. The mouth isn't bound. You're going to speak about it. And you're going to be able to move forward, which you can move forward anytime you want. You can put down those swords and look at the situation and deal with it anytime you want, and you're going to. So it is about the soulmate relationship. You might have known them since childhood. I think what you're going to find out, I think they are going to be willing to work on this relationship. I think they are, it's going to be all about this. So you might have, like I say, you might have known them since childhood, teenagers, or even before. But this is a sincere cup. This is one of your questions. Is this a sincere cup of love? Yes. They really do have feelings for you with the Six of Cups coming up. And so you're going to get your questions answered. So that is your weekly reading, Virgos. It looks like they will be willing to work on this relationship. They are going to be willing to help you to keep your balance in your life, and they are going to be willing to communicate with you. But it looks like you're the one that's going to have to start it. They see you as a soulmate, and I don't think it is just friends with benefits. I think they're going to be, like I say, willing to work on this relationship, and they're going to understand what they're putting